Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Thompson-Eshun. I'm a pharmacy graduate. In this video, I want to share with you guys my biggest failure in pharmacy school. And the reason I want to share this video is because I think a lot of people will see my graduation as a lot of success, but I think it's more important to actually understand what it took to actually get here and what are the failures that I went through. And hopefully it will actually help you guys in your journey, because a lot of people experience a lot of failures or different hiccups that happen in your professional career. And I think it's more important to actually share this so that you know in the future that it's okay to go through them and to make sure that you're going through them in the right way, whether you have to pivot through it or work through the problem. And yeah, so let's get right into this video. So to people that don't know, I actually went through a 6-year program, and my main failure was that it actually took me 7 years to finish. And the reason why it took me 7 years to finish was because I actually took a leave of absence during my 3rd year of school. And for just give you some context, for most people actually do the pharmacy program 4 years after undergraduate school. So you do undergrad for 4 years, and then you go to graduate pharmacy school for 4 years. So my program was a 6-year program. So you basically finish in the first 2 years undergrad, and then you do basically the 4 years of pharmacy school. So during my 3rd year was kind of the first year of my pharmacy school where I kind of took a leave of absence. So during my 2nd year of pharmacy school, I actually started to work in many different pharmacies because, I'm in pharmacy program. I might as well actually work in pharmacy school. And also a lot of people that I knew were actually started to work. My first year I didn't work at all. And my 2nd year I started to work. So I actually ended up getting a job. And what happened was that when I got a job, I actually started to work with a lot of different pharmacists, and a lot of them were very negative about the long-term benefits of working as a pharmacist. And these were because of the fact that they were constantly understaffed, they were going through a lot of burnout, especially when flu season comes, you have to do a lot of work and stuff like that. So a lot of them were facing all these things, and I think when I was going through that process, I could tell that they were obviously feeling very burnt out or not feeling fulfilled, because especially for most people, when you're actually working on your job, you're actually associate your identity with that job. And if you're not feeling fulfilled or you don't feel like your job is actually worth it, that's where, you can have identity crisis. And I feel like that was one of the things I noticed with a lot of pharmacists that are working in their jobs. And this actually led me to actually feel somewhat demotivated. I did not want to study for my exams, and I did not know if I even wanted to finish pharmacy school in the first place when I got to my 3rd year. So that was kind of the point for me, as well as the fact that I just finished 2 years of basically undergrad really quickly. So for me, I felt like I was just constantly going, and never took the time to actually sit and wait and actually look at things from a long-term viewpoint. Especially because most people, like I said before, actually go to undergrad first, and then they do the whole pharmacy program. So because of the fact that I didn't want to actually study and I was demotivated for my exams, I ended up failing one class and withdrawing from another class in my 3rd year. And basically what happened was that I talked to my advisor, and basically they told me that the classes are not actually available during my fall semester. They're not available in my spring semester. So then I basically would have to retake the classes in the next year, taking a leave of absence in the spring summer classes. So that's what I ended up doing, because I felt like, it was actually a good opportunity for me, because I needed more time. I needed to actually figure out if this is something I would actually be wanting to do, because it's definitely a big time commitment to actually be studying for exams and working, or even just in general studying for exams for pharmacy school, if you don't actually know if you want to do it or not. And this is a time period I felt like was actually very beneficial for me, because I actually got to work on things outside of pharmacy and got to really understand myself a lot more. This was actually one of the best times for me, because on top of actually working a full-time shift at a pharmacy and working 40 hours a week, I was actually working out consistently, where I got to learn about muscle growth through progressive overload, and how to actually optimize my health and nutrition to actually gain muscle as well as live a healthy lifestyle. And that was very beneficial for me, because I really found something I could enjoy outside of pharmacy. And then on top of that, on top of the working out, I was also reading a lot more books, reading about personal finance, personal development, learning about business acumen and soft skills, and these other things outside of pharmacy that actually could be very beneficial for having a very, very lucrative and professional career in the future that I didn't learn about in pharmacy school. And that's one of the reasons why I actually started a YouTube channel, was that I started to learn things that I feel like a lot of people don't know about. So for me, I felt like no one was teaching me these things that I was learning from the books. And I love talking about them, and I know one really to talk to. So that's kind of why I created a YouTube channel in the first place. I just feel like I needed someone to talk to about things that no one else talks about, which is kind of funny. And through the process, I actually really enjoyed creating content and talking to like the students that I talk to and others that are outside my network about the topics that like no one else wants to talk about with me. So that kind of is like one of the reasons why I really love creating content. And this is something I really enjoy doing, which is like funny because, you know, it stemmed from me failing at school / like not wanting to study pharmacy, and now I'm actually like working harder, learning more things, as well as I was working on studying pharmacy and learning the impact of pharmacy in the general healthcare scheme. So what ended up happening was that when I returned to pharmacy in the fall semester, I went right back into pharmacy. But on top of pharmacy, I started to actually learn how to study better and more productively. I started to learn about different concepts like Pomodoro method and like how to actually use active recall to study, which I thought like was nothing talked about in school. And then after I finished studying, after being so productive, I was able to actually learn new skill sets like how to take pictures, how to edit these videos, you know, reading books about things like personal finance, like I said before, and then using those different things into my life, which is something that I really love doing. So once I felt more whole by learning all these different things about how to live better and like how to live more holistically, it actually helped me a lot during my pharmacy school because I was able to actually like implement the things I was learning into my own professional development. And then that allowed me to excel because even though I struggled on some exams, it actually helped me because I was way more productive and able to accomplish more things than I was previously when I was only focusing on pharmacy. And that's something that I want to talk about in this video. And if you are experiencing the same thing I was experiencing or you feel the same way, I think it's important to kind of hear this story about how some people don't always have to focus on one thing. They can focus on other things on the side that they also like to do, and that can allow you to have the freedom to actually enjoy the main thing a lot more. So I know this video may be a little different than my other videos, and I just really want to share this story with you guys because I feel like it's something that's been on my heart / I've been experiencing for a long time. And I think it's the perfect time because of the fact that I graduated to share this story. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out. Bye.